So this is really one of the most amazing moments that we share together as a club each year. It's the signing of our Nashville Special Olympics Unified team. These are special athletes, and they already represent their schools and community. Now they're going to have a chance to represent us, Nashville SC, and you all, their families, all across Major League Soccer. And we're here to recognize them today and welcome them to the Nashville SC family. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Major League Soccer's Special Olympics Unified teams, the Unified teams bring together athletes and partners to play the same sport and build a spirit of inclusion and community as they compete on the same team. And it's inspired by a very simple principle of inclusion, and the idea that training together and playing together is a quick path to friendship, teamwork, and true community. First off, I would like to give a huge thanks to our sponsor, TransCard. Please give a huge thanks to TransCard. Possible, and we're here at the beautiful TransCard Lounge today. Really thankful for their overwhelming support in making this program possible. I would also like to thank our amazing community partners, Special Olympics Tennessee. Please give them a round of applause. If you're here, you are already familiar with how great the Special Olympics Tennessee team is. I especially want to thank Adam Hermick, the CEO of Special Olympics Tennessee. And of course, the biggest thanks is to you. None of this would be possible without you, the family members, supporters, volunteers, staff, and all of you who all make this possible. So let's get started. Without further ado, I would like to welcome our master of ceremonies, a guy who most of you already know. He's a very special person to us. Our club ambassador and former player here with Nashville SC was here from the very beginning. Please give it up for Mr. Jalil and Vivo.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Like Brandon said, my name is Geodis Park. I'm the brand ambassador of the club, former defender, but most importantly, I'm here to share an amazing day. Signing day for me is by far one of the best days of the year because it signifies what football is all about. It's about community, it's about our families, and it's about triumphing through very difficult moments and celebrating in those amazing moments as well. And I remember the very first time that my name was called at the draft in 2011, and it changed my life forever. And what we have always wanted to be able to do here in Nashville is to deliver that special same sentiment to the players and the families as well. So signing day is not just about, okay, it's a ceremony and then you go out and you kick the ball and then you're on the team. No, it's about the fact that all of the families have come together to support each and every of the individual players. It's about the fact that Nashville is a community that supports all of the people that do things at a very high level. And most importantly, as far as representing the club, it's about the fact that Nashville SC cares very much about each and every one of our members of the community that put their best feet forward, no pun intended. So, without further ado, I just want to give you guys a little bit of a background in terms of how the season is going to go. We are going to be playing in a full season. That means that the team's going to play home games, they're going to play away games, and they're also going to be able to share in the camaraderie that I felt very special as a player. That's riding on the bus, that's flying on planes, that's staying in hotels together, sharing in the meal room. Some of those experiences they'll share with the first team. Some of them, they're going to be on the pitch doing it completely by themselves, and we'll all be there to cheer them along. What's also very special is that we have a team that is mixed with some new players. We have 8 new players, and we also have 10 returning players. 23 players in total. And what I have found very amazing about this experience is getting to get to know the families and the players that have been here for years on end. And for me, what is also very important is that we get to weave your guys' families directly into our club and into our family. Yes, they will be signing contracts to make it official today if they're new players, and they'll be re-upping their contracts for those that are returning. But most importantly, they're now building relationships with some of the most important people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce some very, very special people that are special to me individually, and they're also special to all of us collectively. But like Brandon kind of alluded to earlier, he asked you guys how you're feeling. He gave kind of like a little lukewarm response. So I'm gonna try this again because I don't know if some of y'all are librarians, but we're not in the library. So we turn it up. How are we feeling this afternoon? I said, how are we feeling this afternoon? Okay, so everywhere I go in Nashville, whether it's an elementary school, whether it's down here on the pitch here at Geodis Park, I bring one of my homies with me and he gets the vibes lit every single time. So, can you guys please give a huge Nashville welcome to my boy Tempo, the Coyote! Everyone. Because the number is saying my Tempo's here, the vibe is getting up. So, everybody talks about, what Nashville is about on the field now. And there's Nashville 1.0, which I was a part of, thankfully. There's Nashville 2.0, which all of us are very happy about. Tempo's good like that. Yes. Okay. And these players that I'm going to bring out are very much important to the Special Olympics and unified experience because they spend their time, whether it's after practices, whether it's after games, or even sometimes directly after their first team games. They're going down to watch your kids play. They're going down to their training sessions, their first one yesterday. A lot of these players experience with you guys and your children and your brothers and your sisters. So I give them a lot of respect because I know how tired I used to be after practice and after games. And it's not easy, trust me, to dedicate your time to any cause, let alone this one as amazing as it is. So I'm gonna call up some of my closest homies, some of my former teammates, and guys that are also now woven into your hearts as well. So the first one that I'm gonna bring up is a player that hails all the way from Philadelphia. I guarantee you, he's much nicer than he leads on. He's a nice guy. If he's trying to fight somebody on the field, don't blame him. He's just trying to show out for Nashville SC. Everybody give it up for my boy, Dan. Love it! Yes. Notice for years on end, he continues to dedicate his time, his energy, and most importantly, his heart to you guys and your families. And next, we are going to go with somebody who has just returned from Nations League. He has just been representing his dear country of Canada. This is a guy who can do very many things, whether it's on the field, running up and down the line, whether it's tracking back on defense, whether it's scoring goals, whether it's playing Ken on Barbie night. I don't know what this guy can't do. Everybody give it up for my boy, Jacob Stapleberg! Just a little bit of an anecdotal story on Shackelberg. There was a difficult game that the team suffered, I think it was a year or two ago. And his family was in town. And the unified team was playing against New England over at Curry, England. And of course, Brandon, myself, and Ava, we were all there. And I looked to my right and there was this, dude just chilling there, sitting with his family, and it was Shackelberg. And it said a lot to me that he spent his off day after a difficult game to spend it watching the game with you guys. And there was no other place that he would rather have been. So this is what Special Olympics Unified is about, and this is what Nashville SC is about. And in that same vein, we are going to go with one of the guys that typically says no. But when it comes to Special Olympics, he always says yes. Okay? So this is the guy, he and I, we go way back to some of our younger years. He's still kicking, still one of the best goalkeepers, not only in Nashville, but also in Major League Soccer. Give it up to my brother, Joe Willis! And for all of these players, there are many causes that they're very much tied to. Joe is very locked into the community, very locked into giving back. He's a family man through and through. But when you sit down and you talk to Joe about what Unified means to him, he's going to be telling you about why it's important for us to show up in our communities. He's going to be talking to you about why it has fulfilled him as a man as well. So this is an upstanding gentleman and one of my homies, to say the least. And in that same vein, we are going to one of the guys that is a Nashville original, more original than myself, more original than Love. It's more original than Joe Willis. Shaft, you got here a little bit late, but we love you still. Okay? This guy has been with the club from the beginning. If you go somewhere in Nashville that has good vibes, wholesome vibes, you're gonna see this person around. Whether it's running up and down the line, getting crosses and celebrating like crazy, whether he's part of the goals or not, this is one of the most wholesome, nicest, kindest, hardworking people I know. Everybody give it up for Taylor Washington! So there's absolutely no surprise why these four gentlemen are in front of you guys, because they dedicated, like I said, time, energy, and of course their hearts to you guys. But I think I can safely say on behalf of all four of them, they learn more from being around you than you guys learn from being around them. And that's what Unified is about. And without further ado, when we're talking about making tonight official, signing your contract that will change your life and your experiences from here on out, you have to have somebody in the club that has power, that has clout, that has the ability to say, okay, you're gonna stay here or you're not here. This is the person that personally brought me to the club from our experiences together in Kansas City. This is a person who has become one of the figureheads of sports in Nashville, whether it's soccer or just the sports scene in general. When you talk about the definition of Nashville 2.0, this is somebody who has carved that into idea and etched it into what we now know as fruition, because the team is straight up balling right now. Can we give it up for how well the team is doing? So, in many ways, shape, or form, whether it's myself, whether it is all four players standing up here, this is our boss in many ways. Everybody, please give it up for our general manager and our leader, Mike Jacob. And I'm going to invite you to the podium so you can deliver your remarks to welcome everybody officially on behalf of the club.
You know, I've told multiple people during the course of today that for sure my favorite day of the year is this day. We talk all the time about the different properties we have in the club, with the first team with Nashville SC, our second team, our reserve team in Huntsville City FC, our youth academy. You know, for sure, every bit as important as those three properties are, so is the Special Olympics Unified team as well as the fourth property for Nashville Soccer Club. So exciting, so rewarding to be able to spend time with all these athletes, with their coaches. It's a very humbling experience, and I think you see it not only from these four gentlemen we're here today, but they're also out in practices with these guys as well. And, you know, truly personify, whether it's the players from our first team or the athletes that come here now, truly personify the idea of being part of something bigger than themselves. So it's been a busy winter transfer window for us. We've had a lot of new players who come in, and I'm very excited to be able to sign 23 more players this winter transfer window.
So, what we are all here for is signing day. That means the players themselves. So, can I please ask everybody to stand up? Thank you very much. And as we welcome your guys' first sight of the 2025 Nashville SC Unified team, I need this room to get lit. Please bring the team into the room, and they're going to be sitting front row. Everybody get a huge round of applause. So this is what we're all here for. Those of you who know me, I like to come kidded. I like to dress in a certain type of way that meets the occasion. But I can safely say that the entire team has outdone everyone in the room. The gear is fire. You guys are ready for training. You guys are ready for signing day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call each and every one of you guys up individually. When your name is called, you have to dap up tempo. Please don't skip me. Dap me up. Then you guys can go. You can sign your contracts. You can do whatever you need to do from there. But I'm very excited to welcome in the team. I'm very excited to see some of the familiar faces in the room, and I can't wait to get to know those of you who are new to the vibes. So, without further ado, what we are going to do is we're going to welcome a guy who has started a podcast with Special Olympics. It's called Champions Among Us. For those of you guys who are into podcasts, you know that that's good vibes. So, without further ado, what I'm going to do is bring up my boy Brady. Jake! Yeah! Okay, so as Brady gets inked in officially, I'm gonna move on to the next person. This is a person who plays percussion in the marching band and also is the varsity basketball manager at Brentwood High School. Those are a lot of things. When you're balancing out your life, this is a person that you want to be very, very close to. So, everybody, can you please give Charlie Millheiser a huge round of applause? There we go. We gotta get your picture, Charlie. There you go. All right, so we're gonna give Charlie a round of applause. Congratulations, Brandon. Okay, we are now moving on to somebody who loves a beverage that I don't necessarily partake in. I'm a tea guy, but this person loves coffee. I'm sure a lot of people in the room can relate to that. Everybody, please give a huge round of applause for Cameron Pryor. Okay, so the next person that we are going with, this is somebody who is excellent on the field, amazing vibes, and a great player to be part of the unified team. Can everybody please give it up for number 4, Parker Gibson? Next person, now this is somebody who describes themselves as very talkative. So I can imagine in a couple of years it might be coming for my job, but it's all good. So this is somebody who also is an amazing person that is very, very well welcomed into the unified team. Everybody please give it up for Brody Cohen. Okay, the next person up here shares something. That was a pretty good tap. Next person up shares something very, very similar with myself. This person loves Mexican food. I do too. Whether it's Boston burrito, whether it's taco, to Chipotle, it don't matter. Give me a burrito, I'm about to mash it up. And they also go to Belmont University. Everybody, please give it up for AJ Elliott. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations. Okay, next we are moving on to somebody who loves to play video games. They love to play soccer as well, so those are two things we got in common. But what I can say about this person is this is somebody who has been around the team for a long time and also a unified former all-star. This is somebody who literally puts their heart on their sleeve and will score goals. They'll track back. They'll do amazing things on the pitch. Somebody that I've got the ability to know, see them play over the years, and an amazing representative about what Unified is about. So everybody, please give a huge round of applause for Ahmed. Ahmed! Okay. So this is somebody who has way more on me than I would like to admit. I can't act, but this person can, and can act excellently. All the way from Freedom Middle School. Everybody, please give a huge round of applause to Rogan. Hey, Rogan, don't leave Joe hanging. You better grab up Joe, too. Congratulations, Rogan. Rogan, don't leave me hanging. You can leave Joe hanging, not me. Everyone, give it up for Rogan. Give it up for Rogan. Okay, when we talk about Special Olympics, we talk about Unified, we talk about Nashville, and playing for this team and representing this organization. Versatility is absolutely key. I can say each and every one of these guys has played multiple positions, except for the person that always says no. All right. This next person has played every single position at the elite soccer level. Very excellent player. Can everybody please give a huge round of applause for Dylan Butts? Congratulations, Dylan. Okay, so we're going from one baller to the next. And this is one of my favorite people when it comes to Unified Nashville SC. Simply because all my boys up here, they'll tell you, except for Shaq, we didn't play together, but all my other boys up here, they'll tell you, when it comes to the locker room, I used to always love to have the vibes and set the vibes right. Lovitz does it excellently well. This is a player and a person who on their spare time, they love to DJ parties throughout Nashville. Can you imagine somebody that has that much rhythm, that much swag, and that much flair, that they would decide to spend year and year and year on end with us here in Nashville SC. Not only do they set the vibes right, they also get the stadium cracking when they hit the back of the net. So everybody give it up for my boy, Carl Ray! Okay. So we move on and we are just getting started and we are just getting better. Me, I want you guys to please give a huge round of applause for our next player wearing number 11, Captain Crawford! Okay, so my fiance and her family, they're Vols, so they're always telling me about how amazing orange is, but I can't really get behind it. But what I can do is I can say to each and every one of the Vols in the room, this person will be a Vol next year. Not only will they be a Vol, they'll also be playing soccer at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. That is a very, very high feat. When you talk about elite programs in the country, in the world, whether it's on the men's or the women's side, you're talking about the University of Tennessee at Knoxville. We have the distinguished pleasure of having one of those players with us, and they have decided to come back year after year after year. So without further ado, everybody please give a huge round of applause for Rico! Okay, here we get a little balls. Go balls! Go balls! Okay, we can say that. That's good enough. All right, so winning begets winning, excellence begets excellence. As we move from Bree Fisher, we go to another outstanding baller. The fun fact about this player is that they love to hang out with their friends and family, something that we can all relate to. But trust me, when this person gets out on the field, there are no friends and there are no family across the other side of the line. So everybody, please give a huge round of applause for, it should be Alan Ramirez. Everybody, Alan Ramirez. Okay, so I don't know what happened with the order there, but it got a little bit confused. Everybody give it up for Ramirez. Okay, like I said, we're moving on from baller to baller, and this is somebody that has been with us for so many years on end, has represented not only themselves, not only their family, not only the crest and the club in Nashville very, very well. This is somebody who is an absolute baller on the field. Everybody, please give a huge round of applause for Mia Hassan! Another important fact about Mia is that she is going to be going to the University of North Carolina, Greensboro in the fall, and she has committed to play soccer there. Everybody, please give it up for Mia. Okay, we now move from Mia to another baller, and this person is somebody who, for me, is awesome because they represent Tribeca. They also are going to make this team much, much better. So everybody, please give a huge round of applause for number 18, Seth Isabel. Congratulations. is somebody where, you know, guys, we always talk about keeping it in the family, keeping it with friends as well. And this is somebody who, again, is a baller, has been with us for years and years and years on end, currently going to Lipscomb University, which we are all very fond of here in Nashville. This person likes to travel, like a lot of us do. Every single time you see this person, they have an amazing smile on their face that lights up the room. But again, like Ramirez, when they step on the field, there are no friends, only enemies until the game is over. So everybody, please give it up to the amazing Brian Fisher! Yes, Brian, please, yes, sir. Strong. That's a good dad right there. Okay, so we have talked about a lot of people that have meant a lot to the Unified program, have meant a lot to Nashville throughout the entirety of the ceremonies tonight. And this person, this family, similar to Carl, similar to Mia, similar to a lot of the people that are really the cornerstones of what it means to be part of Unified. This is not only a person that represents himself with excellent class, excellent vibes, but also too represents their family excellently well. Anytime you see this person, you're up, you're happy. You are inspired to be better than you were the day before. Simply because there's no such thing as a bad day for this person. There is no challenge that this person cannot circumvent and triumph over. So everybody, please give a huge round of applause to my brother, Moo! You can go that way, Moose. It's all good. I won't take it personally. Everybody get up for Moose one more time. Okay, the next person coming up here is somebody who really enjoys soccer, of course, like we all do. It bonds us together. But this person also, too, likes hunting in the woods. Maybe that's something you could teach me about. Everybody, please give it up. Hailing from Cookville High School, Max Allen! Okay, we talked about what it means to be excellent on the field. This person understands that better than most, simply because their 3v3 team, the Night Fury, was #1 in the nation, coming all the way from Station Camp High School. Everybody, please give a huge round of applause for Cole Ball. It's a good dad too. Okay, this person too is also a baller in their own right, and they are coming from the amazing graduation in 2024 out of Independence. Can everybody please give a huge round of applause to number 34, Logan. Okay, thank you very much, Logan. We are going to continue on, and this person can, I guess, recite the entire Joker monologue from Dark Knight. That is very, very impressive. Because when you talk about amazing acting performances, you're talking about the Joker. If you can recite that whole monologue, that is very impressive. I want to be able to get tapped into your brain. This is somebody who always makes things better. Please give it up for Elijah. No. Congratulations. Okay, as we move on, we're almost done here, but we are saving some of the best for last. And I would like this person to be able to put this statement to test, but apparently they are undefeated in movie trivia. So, we're gonna have to ask you some very tough questions when we get back into the locker room to see if this is true. But what I want you guys to do is give a very, very loud welcome to this person who hails from Hillsborough High School. Everybody, please give it up for Greg Gibson!
Good job, Greg! All right.
Yeah. Okay, so what we are now doing is we're now moving on, and this is somebody who has zip-lined across the Royal Gorge Canyon in Colorado. Listen, that is bravery to the highest level. And this is also something where I come from in my household, if I was caught dead doing this, my parents would have killed me themselves. So, everybody, please give a huge, huge Nashville welcome to Chris. When you talk about excellence on the field, when you talk about what it is to be a good teammate, a good member of this entire vibe, when you're talking about a family that also stands up and provides resources and the ability to make sure that everybody has a place to do the end of the year while we're talking about the Park family. So again, please give it up for Chris Park. So, without further ado, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring somebody up as well to come through the whole thing. They're not going to sign a contract, but this person deserves to be recognized. Because without each and every one of the families, we are nothing. Without the fact that we have leaders that show us how to go about this experience, whether it's on the field, whether it's conducting ourselves in the airports or in the locker room or X, Y, and Z. We are nothing. I come from a very amazing family with great parents that helped me navigate life. But since I dedicated so much of my time, and since all four of these gentlemen, including Mike Jacobs, have developed or dedicated so much time to soccer, those who are leaders in the space have also helped raise us. So, who has helped raise each and every one of you guys and has very much contributed to your family vibe is your guys' head coach. So, I want each and every one of you guys to please give a huge round of applause for Missy. Okay, so that concludes the official part of you guys signing your contracts. You guys are now officially a part of the NSC family.
Yeah.
And for those of you players who are returning, whether it's this your second year or it's your fourth year, you guys have a responsibility to bring the new ones along, show them how we do this, introduce them to the first team players. Make sure you guys know, the new players I'm saying, make sure you guys know that you are one with the first team, okay? So everywhere you guys go, they will represent you guys, and everywhere you guys go, you guys will represent them, okay? We do everything together, and your guys' successes are our successes. Your guys' struggles are our struggles, and we come through them together, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to the fun stuff. Are you guys ready to play some footy or what?
Yes.
Okay, are you guys ready to play some footy or what? Okay. So the team is now going to go and get their headshots taken. They're going to go into the locker room. They're going to get themselves prepared for practice. The entire family, each and every one of you guys are welcome, and we hope you guys stay to join us to watch training, to cheer on your guys' friends, family, and of the like, who are the ballers. So you guys can sit, the family, you guys can sit in section C6, and you guys have about 20 minutes or so while the team gets themselves taken care of, whether it's pictures and the vibes, to be able to ball out and show you guys a little bit about what they do. Yes, and before I release everybody, Brandon Hill is going to come up and make a few closing remarks. Thank you guys very much. It's always a pleasure being here.
We want to give a little round of applause to our amazing and I know we've done a ton of clapping tonight, but please, one more time for the 2025 Special Olympics Unified Team. All right, as Julian mentioned, we're about to exit for the team's first official practice. And so here's what we like to do to give you a little bit more instruction. I know family members, this is a really cool moment, important moment. We want to allow you to capture all of it. Many of you know that we have a game this Saturday, which means our field is in preparation mode. But the players will be coming out of the tunnel in the same way that all of our players do. If you like to capture photos of the team coming out of the tunnel, we're going to ask you to sit in sections 132 and 134. You go down as far as you can to take photos while they're coming out. The team will then make their way to the north side of the field. If you'd like to watch practice, you'll just come back up the concourse and make your way to this section over here, as Jamil mentioned, and you can check out the team practice. And we definitely encourage you to hang out, see them play their first, participate in their first practice, and take all the photos that you can. And we appreciate you all being here. So, last thing, special shout out to members of the back line, our major supporter group. They're going to be cheering you on today. We truly have the best supporters in the league, and we just want to thank you all for showing up and supporting our team. So once again, thank you all. All right, you all stand up, you're going to follow Ava right this way. Family members, feel free to hang out here, or we'll see you in the concourse for first team practice. Thank you all for being here, and good evening.
Lo que acabamos de hacer es el firma de un nuevo equipo que va a participar en alianza con Nashville Soccer Club. Por supuesto, todos estamos súper contentos de ver que este evento año tras año ha ido mejorando, se ha ido ha ido creciendo constantemente. Este año ha recibido sus camisas oficiales, Ernesto. Fíjate qué bonito es lo bonito, ¿no? Ya venían con sus camisas de Nashville Soccer Club colocadas y les entregaron su camisa oficial. El año pasado eran franelas regulares, t-shirts regulares. Hoy celebramos con una camisa oficial de Nashville Soccer Club.
Definitivamente ya estamos creciendo, por así decirlo, y sobre todo que esa experiencia de estos muchachos, de estos jóvenes con una discapacidad especial, lo hace más venidero para ellos mismos, para que se sientan inclusivos. Sí, firmaban antes un papelito que simboliza su contrato con la institución, pero como lo mencionaste, sí hay que recalcarlo. Lo mejor de todo es que en esta ocasión ya les entregan un jersey, ya les entregan su nombre, su número para que se sienten mejor. Y lo mejor de todo, que regresa un año más, es el segundo año que vemos a nuestros chicos, a nuestro hispano, que nos está representando a toda esa comunidad latina, para que vean que también pueden ser parte de este tipo de actividades.
Así es, y bueno, nos vemos todos contentos. Ellos van a su primera práctica oficial el día de hoy. Se están preparando todas las familias porque ellos van a jugar el fin de semana. Bueno, vimos las indicaciones. Si usted tiene algún niño hispano, como bueno, vimos el de apellido Ramírez, que va a estar participando y usted lo quiere apoyar, pues tiene que comprar los tickets en la sección 131 a la 134 para que estén cerca y los puedan ver salir del túnel.
Así es, definitivamente. Y bueno, acabas de decirlo, hay mil formas, mil maneras para que están apoyando a estos chiquillos.
Así es, y bueno, vamos a ver si podemos tener la oportunidad de entrevistar pues a uno de mis integrantes del Nashville Soccer Club favorito. Well, let me tell you the Spanish for that. Él estaba en el una selección que ganará, ellos ganaron el tercer lugar. Pues, es maravilloso, es para nosotros. Pues tener acá con el Soccer Club, Milén que no paraba de.
Congrats, man, that's yours.
Everywhere.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you, man. What's the games there?
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
You go.
I'm ready. So excited to was there.
I'm great to this.
Thank you.
I'm not like this is like no, we're putting some yeah. Actually all for the same. Yeah.
I feel amazing. I mean, some guys, the hard shift, they did really well. Possibly they had to lose that first in Mexico, but to come back and win against the U.S. was a fans basketball.
Either way. You know, it's better with
Oh yeah, it's whatever you need.
Él está súper contento porque resulta que usted sí que él pudo ver el esfuerzo que hicieron absolutamente todos ellos por tratar de llevarle, ganarle, por supuesto, a la gente de Estados Unidos. Por supuesto que ellos querían el título, pero no les fue posible. Pero en esta oportunidad, I want to show him a picture. Who is that guy?
That's a good picture.
Well, I want to see you. I want to give you a boost. And then you can. That's good. Okay.
Great. Stars, yeah, and stuff every year.
And now,
Everything.
24 hours, 48 hours later, you are here. Show me
We got signing there.
Yeah, I mean, I would miss. I was a little worried when I got the text if I could make it or not. Luckily, I had the play that this day. But this is one of my favorite days of the year.
On the back of the
You have my home side. Yeah, honestly, it's one of my favorite days of the year.
Una cosa que dice fue, estamos súper cansados, yo estoy cansada, pero imagínate él que jugó y tuvo que darlo todo por lo todo en la cancha y que luego a 48 horas de este último juego que tuvo que realizar, que estar aquí presente, Juan Pablo le hace, y bueno, me muestra bastante amor a la comunidad haciendo este tipo de gestos, porque me dijo que le había mandado un texto, que estaba seguro si iba a poder llegar o no, pero al final lo pudo hacer, y pues el mensaje es para todo el mundo que entiendan que tenemos que ser inclusivos y que tenemos que querer a nuestros niños con capacidades especiales. And he questioned this, I see you here last year, I interview you now, I interview you again. And I take you because to me, when you are doing here to speak, it's a lot. That means something that is like maybe coming for the first time, or maybe have to working here, I'm ready to and see you guys fun.
Yeah. It feels good. I mean, I've met a lot of the my team's family members. They've given me presents. Maybe my wife was at 6 months ago. I played there for my life now. So it's just it's a special moment. I don't know. It's just beautiful. And I'll go back.
Que le pregunté que cómo hacía para estar año tras año en esta actividad, que eso hablaba muy bien de él, porque pues a lo mejor participa en un año, pero ser colombiano con discapacidad no es fácil y sentirse parte de tu familia tampoco. Él me dice que son tan parte de su familia que todos ellos, la gran mayoría que han repetido y que no se despiden de llegar a sus regalos por ese niño que apenas tiene 6 meses de sido un baby. Bien, una niña se llama Daisy. Daisy es el nombre de la bebé. Y bueno, congratulations. We're gonna celebrate your first Father's Day this year.
Yes, I can't wait. I hope you guys will spend here.
So thank you.
Thank you so much.
I see you again and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Oh, wait a minute. Somebody wanna talk to you?
Desde aquí,
What?
dos cosas. Bueno, three things. The first one, la primera,
The first one.
estoy agradecido por el gol que le hizo en Copa América a Venezuela.
Thank you a lot for the goal you making to Venezuela in Copa America.
Thank you.
Yo,
Okay.
estaba solo.
He celebrated because he was the only Mexican, he was the only Mexican in the whole Plaza Mariachi. And when you make it the goal, he said, and every Venezuelan looked at me like, real? That's the first thing.
La segunda, por haber sido parte del equipo de Canadá en la historia que vence a los Estados Unidos.
The second one, thank you for the part of the team of Canada of the United States for the
Okay, you're welcome.
Y la tercera, que me da sentir verlo jugar orgulloso de que es de aquí y que no le pudo anotar a México.
Okay. And say he have, his feelings like, I don't know what I can really feel because I'm really proud and you are that piece of your mom and you're working on the team. At the same time, he was so happy you kind of did that goal to Mexico.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
Well, thank you so much. Bueno, déjenme traducirle a ustedes. Él se tiene que ir, pero yo les voy a traducir con el resto rápidamente lo que dijo, pero básicamente le dijo tres cosas. La primera, que está muy contento de que le haya metido un gol a Venezuela en Copa América. Ya saben, pues el taco es como es, contra la arepa. Y la segunda cosa que le dijo, que estaba muy orgulloso de que fuera el equipo, él parte del equipo de Canadá quien venciera por primera vez en muchísimo tiempo en Estados Unidos. Y la última, que tenía los sentimientos encontrados porque él estaba muy orgulloso de verlo allí en la cancha, como en la selección de Canadá, viniendo de Nashville, pero desafortunadamente pues estaba jugando contra México y que bueno, él estaba contento a pesar de estar orgulloso de que tenía los sentimientos encontrados, pero no le pudo meter el gol a México y bueno, ya fue que bueno, que tenía sentido ese intro de sentimientos que tenía el taco en la cobertura de Nashville. Esta información